Hi, everybody. I'm Delvin, and I am the owner of Genius Media and the host of Do One Thing for 30 Minutes Every Day. And I just want to come on here first and let you know that doing videos and preparing videos, I live for it. There's nothing more that I want to do than that. Prepare product and to offer you the best product available. However, today's episode of Just a Little Bit of Faith had some glitches in it, and I wasn't satisfied with any of it. I wasn't going to put it out there because, again, I want to protect the brand. But sometimes you have to become human and say to yourself, you can't do it all, and it's not always going to be perfect. And so for the first 2 minutes of the video, everything is going great. But the next 2 minutes and 40 seconds or so, no cameras, no pictures. You can hear everything. But for 2 minutes and 40 seconds, you don't see a video at all. And I'm putting it out there because this is a reminder to me to always try to be better and to do better. But it's also a confession that I will not always get it right. As angry as I am that I missed it and I dropped the ball, it reminds me that I'm human. And it reminds me that I'm not perfect, and none of my work will always be perfect, as much as I try for it to be perfect before I put it out there. So again, sorry. I wish I could get those 2 minutes back. I can't. But after the cameras came back on in the 4 minute frame or something like that, everything went on without a hitch, and I hope that you would enjoy this episode of Just a Little Bit of Faith because it's necessary for you to listen to. Thank you for listening and watching the Do One Thing for 30 Minutes Everyday podcast.
You're listening to an iHeart podcast.
Hey, everybody. Hi. Welcome to the Do One Thing for 30 Minutes Everyday podcast. I'm Delvin. I'm your host. As our schedules will allow, I had to turn on the cameras today, and I only turn on the cameras when there are particular people that come into the studio. And today, a particular person is in the studio today. So I just figured that we would just, turn on the cameras and make sure that she can be seen and you will know who she is. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, let me introduce you to my friend, my pal, my buddy. She is Miss Faith Haygood, and I have a bio for you. Okay, so just in case you didn't know, I got bios for my guests, and I got bios for my stars who come over here. Okay, so Faith is a star. So let me tell you about Faith Haygood. Faith is a sought-after voice, a sought-out voice for the 21st century with a fresh perspective to increase people's faith. You see what I did there? Faith. Through media. Faith's passion for all things media makes her the perfect multi-dimensional talent, which has opened doors as a public speaker, on-air talent, and host. Faith has earned her GED, but in 2019, she, along with me, we earned our bachelor's degree in mass media communications. That is CMAT for all of you all who don't know. Communications, Media Arts, and Theater from the Chicago State University. Faith has worked as a producer for the morning show at WVON Radio. And of course, we're going to talk about all of this. Faith is currently the host and producer of the Faith Speaks show. And you all have to subscribe to Faith Speaks on YouTube. You got to do it. Okay, you got to do it. Your life will be that much more enriched if you do. Faith is an author, cosmetologist, singer, mother, chief bottle washer, and a mother of 3 children. Faith is set to release her first docuseries, which is why we're really here. But Faith is here to release her docuseries later on, and her motto is just a little faith is all you need. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't stand up on your feet right now and give it up to my friend Faith Haygood, she is amazing.
Oh, Mr. Delvin.
Faith, let me tell you something. First off, wow. From where we started to where we are, we're going to, listen, I can only try to hope to contain this into a 60-minute conversation. I'm hoping so I'm going to stop by all this stuff and try to get there. Okay. From where we started to where we are.
Yeah.
First, let's talk about your journey from where you started to where you are. Tell people about that. I know what the bio says, but what do you say about that?
Well, first, I would like to say thank you so much for, number one, reaching out to me the day that you did.
Oh, yeah.
Because being in this industry, having passion for what you love, it can be very difficult because you're doing it on your own. You don't have a business or radio company or marketing company to back you up. And so that day that you reached out to me, I was like at my wit's end, as they say. And you just simply called and you encouraged me. And then after I got done crying, you said, "Are you done?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I want you to be on my podcast." So I'm like, what? The doors will open when you stay consistent. And it's not to, be boastful or want to be seen, but you really love what you do and you really have a desire to help others. And so you helped me in that moment and I am here today. So thank you again. Don't have me cry. But anyway, so how did I get here? How did I get here? Well, I went to, of course, elementary school, graduated, got to high school. I loved music, singing, and I was Miss Popular. So much so that I only went to the fun classes, all the creative classes, drama, chorus, all those great things, right? And then you plan graduation, it's coming up senior year, prom, you have all these great expectations for yourself, but Faith did not do the work. Faith was at Ford City and Evergreen Plaza kicking it.
Hold on a second. I thought that I was the only one that did stuff like that. When I left Illinois State, I owed them a GPA. So that's how bad my GPA was. So you were in that same thing. You're still, okay, I got you.
So my junior year came and they called Faith Haygood down to the office. And they said, "Miss Haygood, your attendance is very low. Therefore, your grades are being affected. You have to attend an alternative school." And I said, "Who? Not Faith Haygood.
No.
Not me.
No.
Who put me on the program?
The process? No.
So I'm like, what am I going to do? How am I going to tell my mother that I got kicked out of one of the greatest schools in Chicago? Because Curie was performing arts as well as vocational.
Yeah.
And I got in because my older brother, he went there. So you had a sibling, they let you in. So I said, what? So I went to a school downtown called Double E. I was devastated because
I've never heard of Double E.
I don't even know what Double E stand for.
Double E. Okay. So it's an alternative school, I'm saying.
Yes.
I'm thinking that much. Okay.
Alternative school. Yes. It was downtown and all the thugs and game bangers went there. And that was not me. I'm a little church girl. You're
like, I don't want to be here.
I don't want to be there at all. Then I got into a fight there. The girls took my math book.
Oh, no.
I was like, God, what is really going on? So I ended up transferring to Kennedy King College. They had a continuing education program there. And that wasn't good because you had people who, we would go to lunch. The teachers wouldn't show up. We would go smoke weed and we didn't come back.
So in essence, it was Kennedy King High School.
Basically.
Right.
Basically.
This was what year was this?
Oh my God. This had to be, I don't remember. It was when Kennedy King was on
Wentworth?
On Wentworth.
Okay, I got you.
At the old location.
So this was late 80s, early 90s.
Exactly.
Okay,
because I was supposed to graduate in 96 from Curie.
I got you.
I left there. And then King, because I was still high school age, King College Prep had a care program. I ended up attending there. And so at this point in my life, I'm like, I have to get my GED. I have to, right? So I went years without even sharing that I did not graduate, that I did not go on prom. That topic was so far-fetched for me because I did not want people to know that I didn't graduate high school. So of course my family and a couple of my friends and cousins, they knew because they was at King with me.
They was with you over there, huh?
They was with me. My sister ended up joining, and that wasn't, it wasn't good because I was not mentally prepared or mentally there, basically, to be a part of that. So anyway.
So good. Talk about that, though. I mean, when you can, but talk about that some more. Dig into that a little bit for me.
Well, when you're young, I always knew I was different. Mm-hmm. My father was a pastor. My mother, first lady. I grew up in church. And we grew up in a particular atmosphere where we went to church Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Wow.
10 times on Sunday.
Right.
And so my upbringing did not reflect where I was in my younger years because I got introduced to weed and was I drinking? I probably was. So my focus was not on education. However, I knew that all my hopes and dreams as a child had to come to pass because that was just who I was. I always desired to be something in life.
Good.
And so I said, okay, let me move past this. I ended up working and worked at a movie theater. I worked at Marshall Fields. I had all these odd jobs. And I was like, this is not it. So I met a young man and he said, Faith, I always had hair in the back of my mind to do hair. So I would do people hair in the neighborhood.
Okay.
And they would say, Faith, I'm going to pay you Friday. And I never saw them again, okay? But they was walking around the neighborhood with their hair bouncing and behaving.
Wow.
And so Fred introduced me to this guy. He was a hairstylist. And he said, Faith, you should come work for me as a shampoo assistant. I was like, oh, okay, I can do that. So I was making a little money. Mm-hmm. I was doing my thing. At this point, I was 18. And then my older sister said, Faith, you can do what they doing and make money, but nobody taught me how to apply for cosmetology school. Wow. Remember, I didn't have a GED, so I didn't know the ropes and the path to take in order to get a GED. Well, I knew that part, but I mean, as a cosmetologist. And so someone told me about Canella Beauty School, and they said you can take an ability to benefit test. That's a practical, basic educational test to find out if you can read and write. And basically, I took that. It was like 60 questions, and I passed. And so they said, you can sign up for cosmetology school.
Okay.
So I'm like, what you say? At this point, I'm about 20 years old, and I started going to school. And then I found out I was expecting my first child. I said, oh no. So I knew I had to make decisions that will benefit my, unborn child. Mm-hmm. And so from that point, I finished cosmetology school. At the time, I think my daughter was maybe 1 or 2 years old. Once I finished, graduated, and then I started working in salons. That really helped me to take care of myself financially. I had her father's support and my mother's support, of course. And so from there, in the back of my mind, I said, I desire to do more. Yes, cosmetology was good, but I need to get my GED. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, I'm trying to see what sparked me going back. I think I ended up just saying, you know what? Oh, I know what happened. So
it's good. I mean, I'm glad that we're doing this in real time. I don't want anything. Mm-hmm. I don't want the prepared speech.
Yeah.
What makes this great is that you got to think on the fly. You have to really come with it. And if you got to backtrack and double back, do that. You're allowed to do that on the show. So it doesn't have to be perfect as long as you know what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. So I ended up, I was working way out in Alsop. and it was a mental health facility, and I was working in the kitchen, and my car had broken down. And so me dropping my daughter off at school, getting on the train, a bus and another bus, and then walking almost 2-3 blocks to the facility where I would see my coworkers ride past me.
Yeah.
Every day.
Hate that.
And I was like, God, what do you want me to do? You know, I can't keep working here. So I told my mother, I said, I'm going to quit this job. And she said, well, who going to take care of you? I said, God going to take care of me. Because I have no other choice. I can't keep coming out here and walking every day. Then got to get off work.
There you go.
Walk back to the bus line. No. The moment I did that, the counselor said, but in between that, she said, Faith, you know, we have a program for our mothers that want to get their GED. And you can sign up for this program. And I said, okay, sounds good. That way I can keep my child in school. And I went into the school. Well, the facility, it was called the King Center. And Family Start Learning Center was housed inside of that building. And the receptionist, Miss Barbara Travis, I love you to life. She already know this. She's my client, my friend. God will send people in your life to help you along the way. And so Barbara Travis, I signed up for the GED class. And at this time, I'm not working. Miss Travis called me back later that day. She said, Miss Haygood, are you working? I said, no. She said, we have a program called AmeriCorps where you can get a stipend for working. And at the end, you can get an education award when you're done with this cohort. I said, what?
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth. On top of that, I had just moved into a 2-bedroom apartment nearby. And so I said, okay. So I'm excited now. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I have a job. I am back in school and I'm working. And so guess what? I am now helping and tutoring other adults in getting their GED. Math, science, reading.
Ba-bam.
Hello. I mean, it was so fulfilling.
You can't make this up.
I can't make it up. And so I told people about the program. One of my girls lived in my building. She became valedictorian. I ended up taking that test the first time. And guess what? I failed.
Really? I was about to say you passed. You failed?
I failed by 5 points because there's a you know, metric system that you have to pass by. And I knew math was my least subject that I liked, right? I said, okay, but that's okay. I'm going to take it again. But this time, someone told me, before I left that program, the director, Miss Shelley Maxwell, she said, Faith, you have a great speaking voice. And she said, I believe that you should go into radio. And I said, what? She said, yeah, you have a great speaking voice. So I said, okay. So I couldn't continue with that program because I already did it that 1 year with AmeriCorps. So I ended up going to Kennedy King College.
Yes.
At the new location.
The new location.
They said you can study for your GED and take college courses at the same time, but you cannot graduate with your associates until you pass the GED.
Wow. Okay.
So,
well, that's motivation.
Right? So I went and signed up. And for the GED and then the college course. So I'm sitting there not knowing what I wanted to do. Somebody 3 cubicles down said, try the media communications department.
They all in your conversation.
I looked. I said, huh?
Who said that?
I don't even remember. It was a man.
Okay.
It was a guy who said it. And I said, that's what I'm going to do because Miss Maxwell had just planted that seed a few months ago.
Wow.
So I ended up signing up for media communications, taking a refresher course in math. We had Mr. Ford at Kennedy King College. He said, Faith, you're going to pass. You're going to pass. He was so diligent with me and studying and tutoring. And I ended up taking the test and I passed. My other program, Family Start Learning Center, found out that I ended up passing because it's a whole system when students pass. And they called me and said, Faith, would you like to be a part of our graduation? I had 2 graduations in 1 month from Kennedy King College and Family Start Learning
You
Center.
went from 0 graduations to 2 graduations in a month.
I can't make this up. When I received the call, I remember where I was at. I was on the phone with a friend. I said, hold on. I cried in that Walmart parking lot for a good 20 to 30 minutes. I promise you.
I bet you did.
I said, what, God? I still was able to get my education award. So I took that and applied it to the Mass Media Communications program. At Kennedy King College.
Yeah.
Had a graduation, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And at that time, in between time, I had my second child, but when I took my GED test, I found out I was expecting my son. And so with the practice test, Mr. Ford said, Faith, what's wrong with you? I said, I can't focus. He said, no, something else is going on with you. I said, I just found out I was expecting. And he said, you're going to pass this test. He prayed with me. Now, how many of y'all know a teacher praying with you?
At a state-run college.
Come on. Come on.
Right.
I mean, hey, he did what he did. He's still maneuvering in life, and I'm here today. And so let's fast forward. I did the pass graduation twice. And then the following year, they brought me back as a commencement speaker at Family Start Learning Center. I went on to Kennedy King College Mass Media Communication, where I met Mr. Randall.
There's the crazy part about this whole thing. Now, I done took a whole lot of notes, and you didn't just start it. We ain't been on this thing here more than 15 minutes, I promise you.
Wow.
But you done went from alternative school to cosmetology school to trying to get your GED to going to college at the same time, then just going to college, then going to the university. You've done all of this. This is definitely the long road.
Yes.
Okay. But everybody's not geared up for the long road.
Yeah.
You know, everybody wants theirs now. They want to be able to do their thing and go on to the next thing. And sometimes the long road prepares you for life.
Yes.
And that's the thing that we're going to talk about now. We're going to talk about the life part.
Yeah.
Okay. You was at VON when I was at VON. Now, first off, we was at Chicago State together. Yes, we were. The best way I can put it, I'm going to put a picture up that describes our relationship at Chicago State.
Yeah.
And it is the picture of me in a wig.
Yes. I thought about that last night.
Where I don't even know, we were doing some type of, I don't know what but we were improv and something for theater for Professor Kamisha Khan.
Yes.
For her class, or was it dramaturgy? I don't know. Well,
it was one or the other.
But we were in this class. There was a wig involved. That's all I know. There was a wig involved, and it came out and it wound up on my head.
On your head.
I don't know if you really understand. When you get creators together, we will create anything.
That's it.
It will be drama. It can be tragedy. It can be comedy. I don't know what it is, but you're gonna get something from us, and we pretty much did that.
Yes, we did.
Doing this scene, and so I still have that. And somebody said, "Man, if you all remind me of Ike and Tina or something like that."
Yes, we had the classroom rolling.
It was hilarious, but it's all your fault.
Oh, you blaming me?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I'm blaming you.
I don't even remember.
Faith, I don't do any of these things. I am not this person. I am quiet.
We got that grade.
I am that's true. I am quiet. I am reserved. I keep it to myself.
Did you say you quiet?
Yes, I am. I'm very quiet. I'm an introvert. I believe that. Stop looking at me like this. Stop looking at me like this.
Let's get your wife down here.
Listen, she will tell you the exact same thing. When I am outside because we outside.
Right.
But when I'm inside because guess what? We inside.
We inside.
But I don't like people.
Oh, I know that part.
COVID has changed me.
Yeah.
to the point that I don't want to be around people. and I just live my life now being by myself or to myself. I don't say by myself.
Of course.
I'm never alone.
That's right.
But I'm to myself. And so I blame you for about 3/4 of everything that has happened to me in my life. I blame you for all of this. Hey, you guys, I'm Delvin. And if you believe in me and you believe in my content, just know that your help is definitely needed. BuyMeACoffee.com is the best way to support my content. At BuyMeACoffee.com/1for30, you are able to support me any financial way you'd like. And that support will help me with the production costs that it takes to run this podcast and other podcasts and to give you the content that you want. And just helps me also buy that cup of caramel macchiato coffee that I need in my life every single day. Go to buymeacoffee.com/1for30. Do it now. And thank you so much for your support. So anyway, now life. We go to VON. I start at VON, then you come to VON. I'm a board operator. That's the lowest part. That's the lowest rung. That's the lowest rung on the ladder at any radio station. A board operator. You have to control everything, which is why I am so much in love with me controlling everything here.
It's beautiful
because this is what I do. But over there, you had to control everything: sound, phones, the talent, all of this stuff. And I'm doing all this. And then you come.
I came.
And you started doing the morning show.
I did the morning show.
You was with Mays or with Rufus?
No, I was with Perry Small.
With Perry, okay. So you were doing the midday with Perry. And let's just take a moment right now, if we could. Just to...
What's some tissue at? Ooh, are we ready for this?
Because this part of the story here, this is where it gets a little tough. This is where the waters get a little choppy. I'm just telling you right now. Doing the midday show, as much... Perry is an icon.
Yes.
She is, I promise you, she is iconic. But she don't like people.
No, it's something in the radio water.
There's something there. I don't know what it is, but Perry just don't like people. She can do a show, and she could do a show by herself on her head,
backwards,
upside down if she needed to. She can do a show, talk for 4 hours straight, and not take a break.
Yes,
that's who she is. But she don't like everybody. And so bring a new producer to her.
A rookie at that.
A rookie producer. She's going to eat you alive. And that's pretty much Faith stint at WVON.
Yes.
Anything? Am I missing anything here, Faith? Have I told the story right here?
You have told the story right.
There were some parts that, were great and enjoyable.
Oh, yes.
But still, there are parts of this that you had to go through. You had to endure some things.
Definitely had to endure some things. And coming in from an internship, shout out to Sonia Tompkins, who recommended me for the position.
Who is the only person that Perry can stand?
Only. And Sonia called me and she said, Faith, I'm getting ready to work for the city. I would like for you to come in as a midday producer. And I said, now I've been around Miss Smalls before at the other location when they went on 87. They moved downtown. And I was like, okay. So everybody gave me the rundown of the personality. And I was like, okay. And when I say I was stretched, oh my God. Oh
God.
Yeah. It started out great. It started out good, I should say. And I was learning a lot.
Yes.
Preparing the show for 5 days a week, booking guests, getting all the information that she needed. And it was tough. It was tough, but I admired her so much because she is the journalist of the journalists.
Right.
And I put my emotions aside until I couldn't any longer. But I learned a lot, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Well, the thing about working at WVON, and everyone knows that WVON is the iconic radio station that it is. I throw iconic in these air quotes every time I do it. They are an iconic radio station. However, it's what goes on when you are between the walls.
Yes.
That takes away the iconic part. Then you just working with black folk.
Listen here.
you just working with the Negro folk.
Listen.
And you get to understand exactly what's going on. I started working with the midday show, answering phones, and all of this. My first day there, I was answering phones, and I was like, "This is it. That's all this is. I got to answer phones as much as I want to do. This is all that." And then I started to see what was going on behind the scenes. Mays Jackson was recording his spots for the morning show for the next day, and it's like, that's where I want to be.
Right.
Put me in there. I can do that.
Right.
Hands down, I can do that blindfolded. And the person that they had there at the time, they were like, yeah, you can. The person who they had there at the time, matter of fact, they was like, why don't you do this? And I left the phones on the day that Richie Daly said that he wasn't going to take another term.
Wow.
And the phones were jumping at that time because everybody wanted to say something, and nobody was there to answer them phones. And Sonia was back there, and she started answering the phones because I was gone. I was doing production, which is where I really wanted to be. So working there at VON, that's a totally different phase. Some people are built for it.
Yeah.
And I pray for everybody that goes there. And now that I'm gone, listen. Now that you're gone, listen. I can tell you right now, people stop me right now. I'm doing podcasts now for a living, but people say, "Man, I remember you with that VON. I'm so glad you are off the plantation. I am so glad that you are free from that mess." And they will never know.
Yeah.
All of the hell that you have to go through in order just to exist and to prove yourself. But any other radio station in Chicago, you will never have to do half of the things that you have to do.
And underpaid. Oh, okay. All right.
That part right there. Can I tell you one thing about being underpaid? I started as the lowest rung was the board operator. You were paid by the hour, and you weren't paid a lot at all by the hour. That was character building.
Yes.
Right there. When I left, I worked my way all the way up to the top of the ladder in being a program director.
Wow.
Now, granted, when I left, they decided to bring up all of the past of my criminal history from 23 years ago and do all that. Well, we can't have you here doing this here. How come you didn't tell us about this? Because it was 23 years ago.
Exactly.
So they did all of that. But when I left, they were trying to manipulate my money. Before I took that job, I knew how much the old program director made. Did they start me there?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
They wanted to start me way back there. And I'm like, listen, I'm a 54-year-old man, 55-year-old man.
You're 55 now. What are you talking about?
Well, thank you very much. I'll take that. I'm a 55-year-old man with a mortgage. And you trying to give me this?
I'm no kid.
I have student loans that are more than what you're trying to pay me.
Exactly.
So we had to go back and forth with that. like I didn't deserve it. I'm the only college graduate that you got here.
Period. Because everybody else got grandfathered in due to the fact that they had no. Well,
I'm not going. That's VON for you. That's VON, and as best as I can put it, they have. Oh no. Oh, they're fine. Oh, your Faith. Oh, by the way, Faith is worried about the dogs.
Yes, I am.
She is super concerned that the dogs are going to come down here and they're going to pounce, and they are, but they're not going to do it today.
Okay.
Yet. Okay. Mama's not even gone. I don't think she hadn't even gotten the phone call yet that they're ready.
Oh, okay.
So when she leaves, she's going not that far, but then she'll come back and then we'll be done. You see how that works?
I'm not afraid of anything else except
for dogs. I don't know why, Faye. Why is that?
Well, I've been chased. I've been almost bitten.
Oh,
I've been through the storm and rain.
Oh God. But I made it. Ask me how.
Huh?
I don't know.
But I do want to say that from working at that the third largest
market
in the United States.
Yes.
I learned that there is an underlining of mental health issues that I brought to the forefront. And so
you did.
I did a YouTube on the Facebook show. I did a show about mental health in the media. Because what people don't see, they hear the voices, they hear the personality, they hear all the wisdom and all of the great things, but there is a underlining issue. Because you hear so much and you see so much, you become desensitized to humans and life. And your spirituality can be really affected if you don't have God at the core of your life. And so I've seen all kind of stuff.
You see it. I lived it. I remember when I took the job with negotiating and everything, what do I want? And I was like, okay, I want, this is the salary that I want. You need to come up to this. I also want these amount of days off for mental health. Because what happens is you have to plan constantly.
Yes.
You have 4 shows. You have the morning show, the midday. You have the afternoon show and the evening show, which you have, that's 4 shows, and there's a 5th one snuggled in there somewhere. But you have to think about topics for those shows every day.
Every day.
There has to be a new topic for each show. You can't talk about the same thing. You got to have, there are 3 hours for each show. So there's an hour to talk about one topic. Then you got to stop. I don't care how good it's getting. You got to stop that, talk about something else, and keep that going for a while.
Yeah.
So you got 3 topics a day for one show, 5 shows, 5 days a week. So you got to prepare all of that. And you have to know it's Monday, which means you have to know what you're going to do on Wednesday.
Exactly.
For Monday. By the weekend, you better have all. So you got to think on top of everything, and you got to have producers that are ready to chase the story.
Yes.
And you got to have the hosts that are willing to throw themselves out there and really engage the conversation. So you got all of this going on, and there are going to be some stories you're going to hit, and there are going to be some stories you're going to miss.
Exactly.
At the top of the ivory tower is the person who is listening to every program, waiting for there to be a mistake or something being said that shouldn't be said. That's when the phone will ring, and she'll be like, "Why are y'all talking about this?" When there's so much more that you all could be talking about. Tell us what else, oh wonderful wizard, could we talk about? If I'm giving you, I don't know, I haven't even done the math. 3 topics, 5 shows, that's 15 topics a day.
Yes.
5 days a week.
Come on.
Okay? That's 30, that's 6, that's 75 topics a week.
It's crazy.
That you got to plan out before the week starts. Then you got to deal with politicians. Then you got to deal with the guests or whatever. Get them on there. If somebody's at City Hall, well, I'm going to come on. I'm coming directly on with you to talk about it. Well, I had a change of thought because I really don't want my constituents to think.
Yes.
You got to deal with all of that.
All of that. Then find another guest. Then program. Then voiceover and commercial and programming. Yeah.
Every alderman got your phone number. Every alderman has my number. Every state representative has my phone number. I got their phone numbers. We're talking about, I had an argument with somebody who was working for the governor.
Wow.
Who I thought was somebody else. And I had a flat out argument with her.
Oh.
Same name, different person.
Wow.
We sat in the parking lot of the downtown studio and I'm on the phone with them and I'm just letting them have it. Didn't even know that it was somebody else.
See.
That's how far my mind was gone.
Yeah.
She called the Ivory Tower. The Ivory Tower called me.
Oh, wow.
You got to apologize to this person. You got to, what's really going on?
Right.
We need them on our side.
Right.
If she can easily stop communication with the governor like that. We need her on our side. So what you got to do, Delvin? You got to apologize. Did I want to apologize? Absolutely not, because I was letting it ride. I was like, listen, but yet and still, I did that because I was wrong.
Yeah.
But that's how far this goes. This is just not about conversations. It's not about topics. You got people you got to deal with. All this stuff. And the person who was before me, he looked like death when he walked out of there.
Yeah. It affects you.
It affected him. When I walked out of there, I was there for a year. I was walking around with a cane. I could barely walk.
I know.
I was in so much pain.
Yeah.
They did not care about any of that stuff.
Nope.
And when my wife, I'll tell you this much, and I know we got to go on. I'm telling you, we talk about VON all freaking day. This is all we can do.
I'm telling you, it weighed me out. It wore me out.
When last thing I'm gonna say about this is this. It was a holiday. I think it was in the summer. I don't know if it was Memorial Day or the 4th of July. But I was nowhere near the radio station. Wasn't going to be anywhere near the radio station. It's a holiday. I don't even know why my phone was on.
Right.
The Ivory Tower called and said, "Do you hear what's going on this radio station right now?" And I'm like, "No, I'm flipping a burger. Don't bother me with what's going on at the radio station."
Right.
So she was like, "Well, look, you need to get down there. Why? Because they're talking about something." Well, and
right,
that's what we do. We talk about stuff. You may not like it, but this is what we talk about. But as soon as I answered the phone, my wife looked at me and she's like, "Your countenance just changed.
Yeah.
You went from up high and mighty, glad to be around, to it's like, damn, phone's ringing." Right. And it was at that moment that she knew that I shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
It took some convincing for me to believe that I shouldn't be there.
I'm telling you.
But that was the beginning of the end for me. Mentally, even before all of this stuff went down with HR and all that stuff. But they'll take so much from you.
Oh, yeah.
And not give you a chance to breathe or live or anything. But to give you what they gave you, what Perry and the Midday did to you.
Yeah.
The fact that nobody backed you up on it.
No, I was getting calls in the middle of the night, threatening calls. About my job.
From?
Alleged. No, it's not alleged. It's the truth.
It's the flat out truth.
I can say that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah, from the on-air personality, threatening me, drunk as a skunk.
Yeah.
Saying all kind of damnable things, knowing that I'm a mother and this is my livelihood. You better watch yourself. You better be trying to find another job. I'm like, excuse me? It's 1:30 in the morning.
Right.
You should be in the bed getting ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, that's not
You know? And it was just ongoing. And I still have people call me to this day asking, can you book me for the particular show? And I'm like, I no longer work there.
Yeah.
And I say it proudly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an experience, but no. It was a lot.
They still allow me to have my email address there, so I still get email programming emails.
I deleted all that.
I wish I could.
I don't even like putting it on my resume.
Wow. Well, you know what? I gotta put it on the res. You didn't get and that's the thing I want to say. You didn't get any for you to get all of this abuse. You got zero support from the top, which made it seem as if anybody could come in and do this job.
Yeah,
and we can allow anything to happen to push the story. We got to make Perry happy, and if Perry is happy by eviscerating you, then we're gonna let her be happy.
Yeah,
and trust me, you're not the only one.
Wow.
Who was that way, and anybody else we had to go in there. Well, here's another producer. We gotta gently bring this producer in here,
exactly,
and see what she'll do. None of them worked out. Sonia was the only one who would work out for her.
Bless her heart.
And I'm and Sonia, true friend, who will probably never come on this podcast to refute this or agree with this, but I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. Not a problem at all. I know it's getting good, but I need you to take a minute to listen to these important announcements that I have for you right now.
Hello, my name is Faith Haygood, and I am the proud CEO of Haygood Productions, LLC, where we have a passion for all things media. Haygood Production is a dynamic grassroots media company founded in 2023 in Chicago by my 3 children and I. Born from a shared passion for storytelling, creativity, and media, our company vision is to amplify the voices of creatives, artists, and everyday individuals who have powerful stories to share. We have been in the process of developing my first exploratory docuseries entitled Restoring the House of David, Chicago, From Ruins to Revival. Interviews for this project have already begun since the summer of 24, and my team and I could not be more thrilled. With that being said, we are in our second phase of development for this project, and we need your support. Here's how. Partner with us by donating through GiveButter, a secure fundraising platform for entrepreneurs like myself. All donations will be allotted towards providing quality audio and editorial for this film, on-set equipment, marketing, and advertisement. Your contribution is very important, and as a way to say thank you, you will be invited to celebrate with us in a private screening along with my family and friends and some of Chicago's most prominent influential leaders. There will be entertainment, food, and a great way to learn more about the future of Haygood's production. Click the link to donate today to GiveButter. Your support will make this project a success. And as I always say, just a little bit of faith is all you need. Thank you in advance.
So what I am going to say is this. All of that, this is still long road that we're on. All of this stuff here that you did at Kennedy King in Chicago State to get you ready for radio.
Yeah.
To throw you into a lion's den, pretty much. Still long road.
Yeah.
Because it's what was instilled in you from the very beginning is what's coming out right now.
Yes.
In this long road process, when we think we're going to be the next
right
in the industry, we are, the saying that I love, man plans and God laughs.
Yeah, for real.
You said what? You gonna do what? Oh, okay.
Right.
What we do is we have this notion of what we're going to do.
Yeah.
All along, the long road process is what's getting us ready.
Yes.
That's the seasoning for us to prepare for this road that you're doing now. So, with all things media. With Faith Haygood Productions. Am I saying it right?
Haygood's Production.
Haygood's Production. Now, this is, to me, the epitome of everything that you talked about here.
Yeah.
As far as taking the long road, going through school and flunking out of school, going to cosmetology, going to getting your GED, all of this stuff.
All of it.
Is built. This is the gumbo. This is life's gumbo. As far as preparing your life for everything that you are doing right now.
Yes.
So talk about the production company. Talk about everything that you got going on now. The smile on your face now. This has got you here. So talk about this. Talk about where you are now.
So where I am now, all of my children are very creative in some form, shape, or fashion. They love media as much as I do. They're into music. And because they are Gen Zs, they were born into an era of technology. So they understand AI. They was probably doing Chat GPT in their sleep at 2 years old. So this new wave of moving media, they already understand it. So
wow.
I started my company in 2023, founded Haygood's Production with my 3 children and I. And when I say all things media, I love radio, I love podcasts, I love television, I love content, good content, positive content. I love all of those things. And so what we aim to do is infiltrate each section of media the best way possible by starting this production company. And so my first project, major project, is this documentary.
Yeah.
Because people see Faith talking, singing, doing hair, but I'm a homebody as well. I like, I like sitting at home with my tea and watching a documentary or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I am a nerd.
Wow.
I love education. I love learning. I love just seeing the process of people's life and the story. And then from that, I get inspired by hearing and seeing other people's process. And so hearing their long suffering, right? And so this idea came to me because my father was a pastor. Again, I said that in the beginning, but growing up in church, I was influenced spiritually by some great women and men of God, singing in the choir, singing on the praise team.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to highlight that in this documentary, some influential leaders of this city who make this city great. You know, Chicago is known for its rich history and culture of music, jazz, civil rights, all that great stuff. But we forget about the church being the foundation of this great city. A lot of things were birthed from Chicago. A lot of musicians, famous people. We had Oprah Winfrey, you know, the #1 talk show host in the world, to be here in Chicago. And so I wanted to put a staple in my city on the spiritual side as it relates to those who I admired in the Christian world. So the documentary is called Restoring the House of David, Chicago from Ruins to Revival. And I know currently we are the church is in a deficit with so much scandal.
Oh my God.
People being exposed. People are losing their ministries, families for one little moment in time. Give me one moment in time. And so when I say Chicago from Ruins to Revival, that subtitle is basically showing that there are pastors in this city who still are holding up the bloodstained banner, that still carry legacy, that still carry weight in a positive way, because we know at the end of the day that Jesus is soon to come. He's coming back for those that are believers. If you believe that, then that's what's going to happen. But also, we have a new generation of young people that don't know church, don't know church culture. They don't understand it. They used to not even going to church. Sundays, we had to go to church.
Right.
Vacation Bible school during the summer.
VBS.
YPWW.
YPWW.
We had to go through all of that. And if I share that with some young people today, like, what's that? So this documentary is to highlight this city and a movement that occurred in the late 80s, early 90s. The apostolic and prophetic movement inspired. I look at the forerunners and the generals, Mr. Tom Bynum, Apostle John Eckhart, your pastor John Hanna, prayer warriors, Dr. Mildred C. Harris, Bishop William H. Hudson. You have all these leaders who, including my pastor, Apostle Stephen Gardner, who set the tone for a movement to help people grow in their faith. And that's what I want to highlight. So last year, I invested in some cameras and some lights and some microphones. And so far, I've done 5 interviews for this documentary.
Come on, Faith.
I had my first virtual fundraiser. We raised about $500 with that.
And that's unheard of, by the way.
I'm telling you.
Virtual fundraiser.
Virtual fundraiser.
Wow.
Yes, I had people I went live. I talked about my show. I talked about my journey, basically. I'd even had my children as guests on the show to input their part. And
I saw that. And here's the thing that I'm going to say. First off, I did not know that all of your kids were involved in the project. Or involved in the production. And I'm glad that they are, because they all have a spot in the story of your life.
yes,
And that's what's so important, to have your children become the legacy for the projects that you're putting out there. You're not necessarily doing this for you to get a name. You have a name. You already know. Doggone it, you're Faith Haygood.
my last name gonna change, so I don't even matter no more.
It doesn't. So, but until it does, you matter right now.
Yeah,
But you matter for your children.
my children.
Your children.
I'm doing it for them.
So when you to have them to be a part of it like that, that's the way that this is supposed to be.
Exactly.
You are supposed to lay the pathwork for them to pick up and for them to take off with it. And they are doing just that.
They are.
They are in their own way. Now, of course, they're teenagers and young adults. They got their own lives.
Yeah.
But they're picking this up too.
Yes.
And so that's what made me sit back, because when you had the virtual telethon, or what am I saying it right?
Yeah.
when you had the virtual
fundraiser,
there you go, the virtual fundraiser, and they all jumped on. I was happy to see it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because you're not just doing this just to do it. You're doing it for a purpose, for them to pick it up.
That's right.
And they are doing just that. So that's what makes me happy.
Yes.
That you, Faith, are doing everything that you are doing. And so now you're doing it. You got cameras, you got your children.
Yeah.
They're helping you do it. But you hit a wall every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
And I guess I picked you up in the spirit to reach out to you, because I said, if anybody is hitting a wall, like I didn't hit some wall.
Yeah.
And didn't get a phone call from anybody.
Listen.
Didn't get any type of support from nobody or whatever. I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, now look, I got all of this, and I got to depend on people to make this happen. So what happens when they don't help you? And you are literally doing this alone. So I was like, okay, call Faith.
Wow.
And I didn't want nothing but to encourage you, because I could pick up on the fact that, this is where you were at that time. You was on that wall. You was hitting that wall.
I'm telling you.
And I gave you what I wanted somebody to give me.
Yeah.
Never got.
Wow.
So God was like, give it. Maybe then you'll know what I feel like.
Yeah.
So I called you Faith.
Yeah.
Faith.
That's what you said.
The best thing I can tell you right now, Faith, is that you are doing the darn thing. And Faith, I am so proud of you. I can't stand how much you are doing it. Keep doing it, Faith. Stay doing it. Keep doing it. You are being seen. Everything you do, I am watching it. I don't say anything, but I'm watching you, Faith.
That's what he said.
That's right. But I don't say it, but I'm watching you, and what I see, I like. Faith, you got a creator over here trying to help another creator. I like what you're doing, Faith.
Yes.
And for 2 minutes, nothing. It was radio silence on the phone. There was absolutely not a word being said. I'm like, hello, Faith, are you there? Faith, I hear you breathing, Faith, are you there? Nothing. Because at that point, I think I was like, yep, you gave her what you needed to give her.
Yep.
But I knew that you were at that point.
Yes.
Because I was at that point. And I remember when I was at that point and nobody really helped me and helped pour into me or anything like that. And sometimes when you keep pouring, and you see that you have nothing left in your picture
Yeah.
for yourself to sustain you, yet alone somebody else.
That's it.
What do? Keep pouring.
Keep pouring.
Keep pouring. And that was the day that I had to reach out to you. So what happens, Faith, since then? Since our phone conversation.
Wow.
What's happened?
That is so exciting, that just profound that you even asked that, because Haygood's production is having their first event outing this Saturday.
Come on.
September 6th. We, along with the Bolingbrook community, will be the media for this event.
What?
Yes. Yes.
Come on, Faith.
My media team, Haygood's Production, will have full access to the behind the scenes with the celebrities, Christian artists.
Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to throw my hat at you. Hold on a second. I'm going to throw the hat over there to you. Doggone it. Don't you mess with me, Faith. Don't you mess with me. I will throw stuff at you.
And did.
Only because at your emptiest, you was able to receive.
Yes.
And that help fuel to get things done.
Yes.
Or for people to come to you and to partner with you.
Yes.
That is amazing to me that you, Faith, was able to, number one, take the phone call. Because like, oh my God, it's Delvin again. What the heck does he want? I mean, come on. So for you to take the call, receive the call, I'm just the guy. I don't want to say what I have to say sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person, be like, okay, like, just like Sunday, I was like, I don't want to say what you telling me to say. I don't want to be that guy.
Say it.
So, and all the whole time, people are like, oh, just say it. Just say what. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. This is not what I want to do.
Right.
This is not who I want to be. And, reaching out to you, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to call because again, I don't like people.
Yeah.
But I love you, Faith. But I just don't like doing stuff like that.
And I knew it was something for you to call, just out of the clear blue, like you did, because you did say on Facebook, "Hey, I'm gonna be reaching out." But right then and there, it was maybe a week or two.
Yeah.
Since I seen that post, and I was like, we say this all the time, like we gonna catch up, we gonna do something.
Right.
You know how we do. We busy with our lives, and I was sitting at the computer, and that phone call just wrecked me in a good way, And I needed that.
Yeah, well, Faith, welcome to my world now. Welcome to how I am and where I am. Because again, it's happening. It's happening a lot more for me now.
Yeah.
Somebody was on Instagram promoting their business, their podcast studio and everything. And I just called them.
Right.
Well, I reached out to them and said, hey man, let's talk. And I was like, man, you are where I hope to be one day. Keep doing your thing.
That's it.
Don't see me as a threat.
That's it.
See me as a person who wants to pour into you and to help you get. And he was like, "Who are you?"
Right. Right. Because a lot of people that are where we think they are,
Yeah.
they won't reach back.
Right.
They will not reach back
Yeah.
and say, "Hey, I can assist you here. I can assist you there."
Right.
Because they think that you're going to take their place.
You're the threat.
You're the threat.
And that's not the case at all.
That's not the case, because the vision that God gave me is totally different from your path, and how you got there. Somebody helped you. So help somebody else.
That is the key right there. Help somebody else. I can't do this forever.
Yes.
I'm not trying to do this forever. There's a generation after me.
Come on.
That needs to know what this is like.
Yes.
I can go to the grave with this knowledge if you want me to. I don't want to.
No.
I want to share this with other people. You can go to the grave if you want to. You don't want to. You want to share this with other people. And so we are commissioned to not necessarily make ourselves great,
right,
but to make others great.
Exactly.
And that's what Haygood's production is. That's what the Genius Media Group is.
Yes.
We are here not as competition. I wish people would stop saying this or believing this. I have a wonderful guest in here. Her name is Faith Haygood. She's of Haygood's production. And she has sat down with me for the last hour and so, and we've had this conversation about everything going on from then to now. But Faith, of course, this being do one thing for 30 minutes every day. Faith, what is the one thing that you do for 30 minutes every day?
The one thing that I do for 30 minutes every day is touch my dream. And what that means is Dr. Karen, she gave me this thing. She said, touch it for 30 minutes. And so when you gave me this assignment, the one thing that I do for 30 minutes every day, I take 30 minutes out of my time to touch one of my projects, whether it's editing. I'm still currently writing a book or writing down ideas. I have my creative moments. And so my mother used to say, Faith, you wait till this when I was a kid. And now it matriculated to me as an adult. She said, you wait till nighttime to get busy. I started writing songs and singing and taking pillowcase and sewing it together. She said, it's time to go to bed. And I thought about it. I said, at nighttime, that's when my creativeness, it comes to life.
Yes.
It comes to life. It could happen in the middle of the day, but knowing that I was about to come on your show, I popped up out of bed. I said, let me prepare myself.
Right.
Before I get there. However, last night, I was up and I began to take some notes, but I try to go for 30 minutes and then sometime it go 45 to an hour. But every day I am touching some form of one of the projects that I am working on.
Wow, Faith. This is amazingly similar to my life. And again, creatives create. When you have kinetic energy from creatives like me and Faith have, or Faith and I need to start talking right. If you have the energy that Faith and I have, we pretty much do the exact same thing. And whether it's in the evening or it's in the middle of the night.
That's it.
An idea will come.
Yep.
And you got to flesh it out. You got to hash that thing out. You got to go from beginning to end before you lay back down.
Right.
And that's just the way it is in our lives.
That's just the way it is.
We as a creative, I understand that. I understand you, Faith.
We're here.
We're here. That's so wow.
And a lot of people don't understand. They just be like, why don't you just get you a 9 to 5?
Oh God.
I work third shift. I tried to work third shift in Georgia and I almost nearly died.
Right.
Okay. I woke up jittery, fragile, everything. It just wasn't the ministry for me. I'm sorry.
There's so much that we folks to talk about that we don't have the time to talk about.
I know.
Let's real quick. You know that we're committed to this industry.
Yes, right.
We're in this thing. All of our chips are pushed into the middle of the table because of what we've experienced in this industry. So that means that we're hitting the want ads. We are online. We're going to every radio station's website. We're doing all of the careers and all of this stuff here. Whether it's Odyssey or iHeart or Hubbard or
Spotify.
It's all Spotify. Whether it's anybody, what's it called? Sirius XM, I go to them all. I have now done crash visits. I crash in now. Okay, I went to NPR. I went to Chicago Public Media to the WBEZ down there by over there in Navy Pier. I went over there. I'm like, oh well, you're not answering my emails. I just decided to
Let me show up.
Let me just come here. I started to do that, and I got frustrated. There was somebody who needed some work done, the exact work that I do right now. And I sent them samples of my work. Everything, I am the epitome of what you are looking for.
Come on.
Here it is right here, right in front of you. My cover letter, my resume, my samples, my file, my reel, all of this stuff. This is exactly, they sent me an email on Sunday, on a Sunday, not yesterday, on a Sunday. We decided to go into another direction.
Been there.
So I sent them an email back. Can you tell me exactly what direction another direction is?
Exactly.
Because if I'm the person that you're looking for, why are you not looking at me?
Hello, I'm over here.
Hello, what exactly is it about the position that you need that I do not qualify for?
Exactly.
So they were overwhelmed that I reached back to them. They were hemming out. Well, sir, we're gonna. And then to get another notification that they're looking for the same position.
Same position. Check this out. I'm at Fred Hammond's worship experience last year.
Yeah.
All these people in the room, we're in the back room, green room. The person I had the interview with for a radio station here in Chicago was sitting there. And she kept on saying, "You look familiar, you look familiar." And I'm like, "Yeah, you do too." And I thought about it. I said, "Oh, this is the program director for Rejoice."
Hurt. What's her name?
I forget.
A woman, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone.
Bridget Hurt. Bridget Hurt. That's her
Bridget
name.
Hurt.
Yeah.
And somebody else. But the person I didn't have the interview with Bridget Hurt. I had it with someone else, and they needed an on-air personality. I'm like, I'm your girl. I love my city. I love gospel music.
Yes.
What's the problem?
Hello?
$13.90, same thing. It's like, I don't know. Do I gotta break a leg to get in where I fit in?
Absolutely, you have to. You had to break both your legs, maybe one of your fingers, dislocate a hip, do whatever you gotta do.
Do whatever I gotta do.
That's crazy.
But what God is saying, I am going to create that path for you. You just be steadfast, unmovable, and keep trusting in me. And I'm going to open the door wide open and it's not in that company or that radio station or that market.
Right.
It's what I'm setting you up for. That's what I'm here for.
Faith Haygood, ladies and gentlemen, of Haygood's production. She can be here all day. But you know what? Her mantra, her motto is the same.
Yes.
Since the day we started, I think we did a show on Chicago State, and we was on that show, and it was just so amazing that people. Anyway.
Yeah, we took college radio over. We were some bad mama jammas.
Listen, we could have done that show. We could have just. You know what? Anybody else coming behind us, don't. You don't want any of this. I promise you don't. It's amazing that we just have that type of energy. But just a little faith is all you need. And if there's one thing I know for sure, during this long road process, faith, just a little faith, is all you need.
That's it.
I love you tremendously.
Love you too.
I can't stand you sometime because you are so, you take me to a different place. I am not that person anymore.
I know, right?
But I love you. I can't do this without you.
Yeah,
And I need you to stay with this.
definitely.
And everything you went through with every station, every personality, every no, slam door, rejection, whatever it is, processed you for Haygood's production.
Yes.
Everything that I went through,
Yeah.
all of the stuff that I went through, no's, rejections, all of that stuff,
All of it.
processed me for the Genius Media.
Yeah.
So we're in this not to make a name for ourselves, but to create a legacy for other people
That's
to
it.
follow.
That's
And
it.
you're doing that.
That's it.
I had to have you in here so I could tell you that I love you face to face.
Thank you.
Come on, Faith. Listen, everybody. Listen, last thing I'm going to say, do one thing for 30 minutes every day. If you like this podcast, please, by all means, go to the website, onefor30.com. That is the number one, the word for, F-O-R, the number 30.com. And you can pick up this episode along with other episodes you can listen to. The YouTube experience will be available later on this week. And if you subscribe to the Genius Media Group on YouTube, you will get notifications as for when this episode is available. Okay? And if you like what I say and you support our ministry, you support our endeavors over here, buymeacoffee.com/1for30. You can leave a donation behind, and you can always give me a little bit of financial encouragement because it takes a lot to do this.
It does.
And it also helps motivate my caramel macchiato experience that I have every time I do this show. Buymeacoffee.com/1for30. Do that now. And thank you again for listening. Thank you for your support. Faith, thank you for coming in here.
Thank you for having me.
And of course, you'll get other shorter episodes this week of our episodes together, me and you, later on this week, okay? Until next time, I'm Delvin. Talk to you later. See you. Peace.
This is an iHeart podcast.